Put y'all on game right quick, dog. Chickens. You know what I'm saying? Chickens. I'll tell y'all niggas how to save a little money. You know what I'm saying?
Every week, you should have more money saved. Every month, you should have more money saved. Every quarter, you should have more money saved. Every 6 months and every year, you should have more money saved. If you don't, you fucking wasting time.
When you are used to being broke and you finally get some money, you're going to give it all away so you can go back to what you're used to, which is being broke. When you are used to being broke and you finally get some money, you're going to eat it all away, shop it all away, give it all away so that you can go back to your baseline, which is what you're used to, which is being broke. I have gotten plenty of bags in my lifetime before and didn't know what to do with it and gave it all away, swore I was being godly, but really I had no idea how to steward any level of increase. So before you get that bag that you've been praying for, before your business takes off, before all the things that you are praying for, before you receive it, consider what kind of wisdom, habits, attitude, mindset, all the things you're going to need to be able to sustain it, right? You have to believe that you are worthy of this life that you are asking for, worthy of the resources, and even the rest that you're asking for. Otherwise, when you get it, you're going to blow it because you're going to go back to what you're used to. That's just the way our nervous systems are wired.
Saving money is so addictive once you really get started. And I'm not talking about I'm going to go make groceries, I'm not going to go out to eat. That's addictive too, but I'm talking about I make $1,000 a day. I'm going to go put that same $1,000, I'm going to go put it up somewhere and I'm not going to touch it no more. That's addictive once you really, get in the hang of doing it. And this is why it matters who you put yourself around, because I never thought like that until I had this one conversation with one of my friends. Me and him always talk about financing and stuff, bro. We was having this conversation and he told me, bro, if I lost my job right now, I could probably live 6 to 8 months off of just my savings. And this is mind blowing to me, man, because I'm like, bro, if I lost my job right now, bro, I'd probably be homeless. And that's crazy because I was making more money than he was. And he told me he could live 6 months just off his savings. And don't get me wrong, man, sometimes I get in that mindset where, bro, I just be spending unnecessary money. And I need to get away from that, bro. Sometimes I take me and my girl out, bro, we go spend $250 on a dinner, leave there, go spend $500 on some J's, bro, just stupid stuff. But lately, bro, I was talking to my girl last night, man. I've been in that mindset where I just want to see how high I can stack my bread, man. Like right now, bro, I don't even want to go buy sausage and biscuit from McDonald's. Just because I want to see how high I can stack my bread, bro. Right now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm in the house.
It's borderline impossible to save money. Especially if you're already, sacrificing, not going out as much, not doing this, and that. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to save money and not eating, not getting gas for my car, not getting tissue paper towels for my apartment? Where am I supposed to save the money at? Really, you just need to make more money, which is, also a hard thing. Now you got to think, okay, what can I possibly do to make some more money? And then 9 times out of 10, before you make some money, you're going to have to invest some money so that you can start making some more money. And it's dang, what am I supposed to do? Honestly, what am I supposed to do? Saving money is borderline impossible. Oh, yeah, and then you got to eat. What am I supposed to do? Not eat? Yeah, you can cook at home all the time, but doing it every single night is, also unrealistic. You still have to buy food out sometimes in the week. Saving money is impossible.
Alright, another long video for you guys today. This is about saving money and how to save money. And my tips on how I save money, basically. So look, guys, I feel like you know yourself how you spend your money. So me personally, I get criticized for it, but I like to save my money in cash. It helps me not spend it. Save my money in cash makes it easier for me to not spend. When I have my card or my tap on my phone, I tap away. I'll tap my life away. I'll swipe my life away. You know what I'm saying? Cash makes me not want to spend it. So this is what I say. Any $5 bill you come across, stack it. Put in the stack. This is $1,000 in $5 bills. Any $1 bill you come across, stack it. Don't spend it at all. Just put it away. You'll be surprised how fast it adds up. When it comes to $20 bills, I'm not gonna say, you know, put every $20 bill up. But when it comes to $20 bills, what I want you to do is, if only if you don't spend cash. If you don't spend cash and cash helps you save more, I want you to take out $300 a week, put it in 20s and put it away. $300 a week in 20s and put it away. For my medium earners, for my high earners, the people that make my salary, you need to be putting $750 up a week. You need to be putting $750 up a week in 20s every week. No exceptions. The money counter. No exceptions. You need to be putting $750 up a week in 20s. Only if you don't spend cash. Now, if you spend cash, I'd say, bro, transfer into make another bank account and put in a bank account that you don't have a debit card to. So you literally can't spend it and don't have the debit card on your tap. Just transfer it to another bank. So if you have, say if you have Chase right now, go get a Navy Fed account and just put money in it every week. Every week. Put your savings in it every week. Have a separate bank account. Make a bridge to where it's harder to cross the bridge. So it's, if you have the money in a savings account in the same bank, it's gonna be easier for you to transfer it. But if you have the money in a different bank account, it's a big bridge. It's the difference between $5 and $20. It's a bridge. So it's like, okay, if I want that money, I would have to go transfer it to this bank, get on the app, all that. You don't get a debit card for it either. Or if you have the debit card, leave it at home somewhere, put it in a safe somewhere. Like, if that's how I would save money, if I had like my money, if it was easier for me to save money on card in digital money. But for me and for a lot of people, it's easier to save money in cash because I like the way that cash looks. I like playing with cash. I like having it. I like the way it stacks up. So for me, this is how I save money. But again, this is just financial advice from me. It's not gonna work for everybody, but this is how I save money. I only say it because people kept asking me. That's all.
Every time I try to save some money, something happened.
Okay.
Like, literally, I was just talking to my friend about how I'm going to start budgeting because your girl is not a budget baddie. I was so used to being a budget baddie when I didn't have anything. Now I got a little bit of something. Baby, I spend everything, okay?
What?
I know that's not good. But anyway, why every time I try to put some money away, something happens? Like, they just stole my car. How did she break down yesterday? And I really have been avoiding trying to buy a car because my plans are not to be here in the country within the next 12 months. So why would I want to attach myself to a payment when I don't have a car payment right now? It doesn't make sense to me. But something always happens when you're trying to save money. Like, I legit don't understand. Like, when I'm out here living my best life, living life on the edge, spending everything I got, cash it out. Boom.
Okay.
Everything going good. But the moment I try to do right, something happens. So my car broke down yesterday and they just told her.
Now, it is a fact that most of us in working class, we don't even have $1,000 in our savings account right now. You know, that's nothing to necessarily, I'm not trying to shame you. I'm just saying it's a fact, you know, because when we're working, many times we're working just trying to survive, man. We just trying to get through the day, you know, but we really need to be thinking about what is the cutoff point that we actually want, man, where we can stop working and actually go and enjoy life, man, you know. But, here are some tips.
Start saving your money. Listen, if you can't save money, your life gonna be hard. All right? If you can't save money, your life gonna be hard. And it ain't even about the saving money part that's really gonna teach you. It's about the discipline to do it that's gonna help you finish other things in life.
You think making more money is the answer? You're wrong. Money isn't about how much you make, but it's more about how much you keep. We've seen it plenty of times where a lot of people will start to make a ton of money, but then they'll start looking at things like a new watch, a new car, taking a big vacation or anything like that. So you start to really see the lifestyle creep kind of trickle in as you make more and more money. And then there's others making the average amount of money, but they're saving, let's say 50% of their paycheck because they have their discipline on dial where they can pretty much save most of their paycheck and live below their means, so that way they know that they can get financially ahead. So it's pretty straightforward. You just track your expenses, you cut off the ones that don't really matter to you, and then you invest the leftover that you have, and then you just let that grow. Start small if you need to, but just focus on keeping more than you spend. And then
it's impossible to save money when all your money goes to food. Yeah. DoorDash, groceries, more DoorDash, takeout, seafood boils, good steak every now and then, a good piece of salmon that you make from the grocery store. Listen, I just don't think that a lot of people understand that part of the reason we can't save is because of the money that we spend on things instead of saving. Food is quite literally the number one reason why a lot of people can't save. See, we used to think it was shopping. Oh, people spend too much money on going shopping on the weekend. These people are not shopping out here. Some people haven't even seen a mall in the last 3 years of their life. It's the food expenses. Whether you're buying groceries or ordering takeout, you quite literally, listen, it be the ingredients. When you make food at home, you could have a taste for some home cooked meal. You could have a taste for home cooked food and be like, okay, my pockets are screaming home cooked meal. You can't even really cook. If you want to be able to survive financially in this type of economy and save money, you literally got to go Hot Pocket, frozen TV dinner. You can't eat regular home cooked meals. So it ain't about groceries versus takeout. It's about sufficient meals or non-sufficient meals. You gonna have to eat like we was eating in college.
Saving money is for poor people. Oh, I make $15 an hour at Target. You know, I'm gonna save up and get a house. Bro, a house is $300,000. What you need to do with your $15 an hour, go ask the Lord and say, Lord, what is the purpose you've given me for my life? He'll reveal the mission to you, and invest every single penny, every single thing that you make into that, and the Lord will reward you for your hard work. That is what you need to do. Stop trying to save your money. You're not going to save your money in this new day and age. Saving money is for poor people. So if you want to be poor forever, go ahead. Save your $2,000 instead of investing it into propelling your life forward.
If you don't save money when you're broke, this is the thing no one's telling you. If you don't save money when you're broke, I'm talking about $10 a month, $20 a month. The crazy belief system in the world is that you will save it once you make more. If you have a habit of spending, you will spend more when you make more. I know a lot of people who make a lot of money, who have a Lamborghini or a car or a house, that are dead broke. Dead broke. You all would be shocked by who's really rich and by who's really broke.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked because you either are a spender or you are a saver. When I was 26 years old, I made $750,000 that year, and I was living in a $750 a month apartment.
People need to understand that you cannot hustle your way and budget your way out of an economy that's purposely crumbling its people. And the thought process of you all saying, well, just save more. Do you know people are having to decide whether or not they're going to eat or pay a bill or eat and have heat or eat or even have a fucking enough money to get to work? Like, people are struggling. Everything is being raised up except the pay rate. And that's across all boards for everybody. You understand? So because you made your lick and you got in when you could get in and you invested in crypto right when it was right and you did the thing with the stocks and the ET, we understand that. Congratulations. Teach the others so they don't have to come beg you for fish to eat. But at the same motherfucking time, have some compassion, because it's hard out.
I never understood how people could, lose their houses, ruin their lives because of gambling. And then in the last 3 months, I absolutely deleted half of my savings because of gambling. I understand now. It just became like a normal occurrence for me to be down $2,500 before noon. And it kind of just distracted me from a lot of stuff. I definitely just almost stopped valuing money. I mean, the losses weren't fazing me as much, and the wins weren't really fazing me either. So, I don't know, it was just a really, really dangerous kind of situation. And it, I guess, continues to be. Everything was just like a number on a screen that didn't actually translate to like real life. If anybody wants to gamble, to make money or to have fun, I highly advise against it. Yeah, wish me luck.
I have $35,000 saved as an emergency fund, and some people might find that a little crazy, but here's why it's not. As someone who's self-employed, I aim for a 6-month emergency fund of my bare necessity expenses, which includes my mortgage, my utilities, money for food, stuff like that. I technically have $5,800 a month set aside for 6 months, which is way too much, but I added an additional buffer of probably $7,000 to $8,000 just because of financial anxiety. I mean, you let me know, Emma.
You listen to a lot of these, and there's people that have mixed experiences, man, when it comes to stacking this bread, dude, and just like the lady before, that's a wonderful thing, man, when you meet somebody that got the hang of it, man, to save as much money as she saved, man. That's damn good, because everybody don't have that type of testimony. But you always seem to find that one person that, it's a conspiracy, and I mean, I ain't knocking what he's saying, but I'm saying, it's interesting what people let their mind go when it comes to saving that bread.
We are being lied to about the state of the economy and how we are doing right now financially. Some people will say that our inflation is around 30 to 32%. No. Our inflation is anywhere from 55 to 65%. See, inflation was 35% 2 years ago. Now it's doubled from that. And that's true because a buggy of groceries from 2015 that was $215 is now $681. You don't get from $215 to $681 with 32%. No. And it's everything. It's everything you buy. Me and my wife went to get some food on the way home yesterday, and we stopped at Crystals and got 24 Crystals, no fries, no drinks, just the Crystals. It was $48. A couple years ago, that was $18. It's $48 now. The economy is so bad, no one is going to survive much longer. And what they're doing is they are purposely destroying they are crippling the dollar on purpose. Because if you make the dollar worthless to the point of we have no more buying power anymore, well, it's going to put us over a barrel and force us to switch to a new currency. And of course, what's going to be right there to be ready for us? Digital currency. They'll say, well, digital currency is safe. It's safe. Nobody can mess with it. It's the best way to go. But why would you want digital currency? Why would they want it? It's because everything that you buy can be turned off. See,
you should always keep small bills on you, and let me tell you why. If we had a financial crisis and the banking system went down and we didn't know when it was going to come back up, it's always good to have a decent amount of cash. And not big bills. You should probably do small bills, because if the system is down, they're probably going to want exact change. They're not going to give you change back either. So having a decent amount of small bills is always a good thing to have. I don't have much put back, but something's better than nothing. So I recommend you guys do this too. Let me know what you think in the comments.
I save $1,000 a month on a pretty darn low income. When I say pretty darn low income, I make about $2,500 a month. That's it. That's my income. Right now, I do live with another financially responsible adult who also pays bills, but I still pay about 45% of my household bills with that money, and almost half of it I'm able to save.
Now, for many of us in middle class, man, working class people, we try to save money, but one thing the jobs have given us the benefit of is the 401k. The 401k lately has been a tried and true thing for people that use it correctly, man. It's gave people the ability to get homes, purchase cars, man. And I know several people, man, that have used their 401k to create for themselves a great retirement, And so the 401k has been tried and true from my experience, But looking at things that's going on in the government and just different things that have happened, I'm wondering, should we put as much trust as we used to in the 401k? Are they up to something behind the scenes? I don't know. I just feel like they're pulling the rug up under us when it comes to this 401k. But what do I know?
If you have a 401k or any kind of retirement plan, you need to hear this. Donald Trump just signed an executive order that could change what's inside your retirement account and not in your favor. So basically right now, most of your retirement savings sit in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. But under this new order, your 401k could start holding alternative assets. It sounds fancy, right? But here's what that actually means. Private equity, which is risky, high-fee investments usually reserved for the ultra-wealthy. You got real estate deals that you can't just sell quickly. You got commodities like oil or gold, even digital assets like crypto. And here's the kicker. These are the same kind of investments that lock up your money for years and charge sky-high fees win or lose. You know how the rich can afford to take big risks? Because they've already got the millions in the bank. That's not us. We can't gamble with our money that we've been working 20 and 30 years to save for retirement. But this order makes it easier for Wall Street to dip into your nest egg and harder for us to hold them accountable if things go bad. They're even pushing to limit lawsuits against the companies that manage your retirement. So if a risky deal blows up, you take the hit and not them. And let's just be real for a second. This isn't about democratizing investing. This is about opening up a $7 trillion pool of American retirement savings to private equity firms, hedge funds, and political donors who are chomping at a bit for your money.
High yield savings accounts aren't as great as everyone says. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have one. I think they have a time and a place. There's one issue with high yield savings accounts that not a lot of people talk about, and that is the fact that the interest that you earn is taxed as ordinary income. You're gonna pay much more in taxes on the interest that you earn in your high yield savings account than if you had put that same amount of money in the stock market, held it for over a year, and then sold. When you wait a year to sell, you're taxed at long-term capital gains, which is a much lower rate than ordinary income. As you can see, historically, the S&P 500 has a higher return than what you're gonna get with a high yield savings account. I love a high yield savings account for an emergency fund because it's low risk. You're not gonna get as high of a return, and you are gonna get taxed more than if you have it in the stock market. I personally do a bit of both. This is not financial.
Here's some of the biggest mistakes I made making my first 100,000 so you can make yours faster. Number one, I would have put my shit in a high yield savings account. I had my shit in a regular banking account where it wasn't making any interest, like 0.02%. If I had my shit in a high yield savings account, it could have been making 5.52% a year. It would have been actually helping me gain more money, which would have helped me making that money even faster. Two, one of my mentors told me about the stock market a long fucking time ago, and reluctantly, I did not listen. I wanted to sit here and say, I made that $100,000 out the mud. I heard that Jay-Z song. You know that Jay-Z song where he was like, I came into this motherfucker 100 grand strong, 9 to be exact, from grinding G-Packs. I wanted to say, hey, I got this shit myself. But that was stupid to me because the stock market did so good for this past year. Like, I literally seen his shit like catapult. But if I could take it all back, I wish that I had to put my money in the stock market sooner, where it's gaining a 10 to 12% interest per year. I probably would have had more money than I have right now. I already did it the hard way. Learn from my mistakes. I want to show you how to do it a better way than I did it. Put that money somewhere where it can grow. Every little bit adds up. Every little bit counts.
If you eat out, you can't save money. It's not saving it in the bank. It's not spending it, is how I see it. Give yourself a week or a month and try not spending money by going clothes shopping. You shouldn't clothes shop for a month. Number two, no eating out. And I mean no eating out. No going to McDonald's and Burger King and all that kind of stuff. No fast food. Eating anything. Don't buy coffee out. Don't buy soda out. You go to the supermarket and buy your things. Even for a week, don't eat out. Don't buy anything. And see at the end of the week, if you feel so good about having more money in your pocket, maybe you'll realize, boy, eating out and spending this and spending that, you won't do. Now, you have to live by a code. I live by a code. Like I said, I can go and get that soda or whatever. I said, no, I'm not going to spend $3 to buy that soda, because you can say, and everyone does, oh, it's only $3. But it's only $2, it's only $5, it's only $10. That adds up. So you have to live by the code. And then if you live by the code, then in 3 or 4 months, you could say, okay, I'm going to get that because I now have control over what I'm doing. But you gotta live by the code. And the code is your code. Like, I live by a code. I will not do things, and I have the money to do it. There's no question that I can go and I don't want to cook tonight. And let me just go out and get pizza. It's only going to cost me $10. No, it's a code. Because once you break the code, you're going to break it again and again and again, and then then you're back to where you were. So
if you own a 401k, a 403b, an IRA, this message is for you. Do not scroll, like, and share this message. Watch to the very end. There are 2 different types of retirement strategies. When I learned this blew my mind and completely changed the way I think about retirement. The first retirement strategy is what's called retirement savings account. Those are your 401ks, your 403bs, your IRAs, your TSP, and so on and so forth. These are what's considered tax-deferred retirement strategies. When you're ready to retire, that's when you get taxed on your money. Taxes always do what? They go up. They do not go down. So once your money is taxed, you get a lump sum of money. The average American retires with about $104,000 in their retirement strategies. Now let's say for simple math, it's $100,000. You're taxed 30%. That's $70,000. How long does it take for you to live off $70,000? Once that money is gone, it is gone. Then you have another type of strategy. It's called retirement income. You, ladies and gentlemen, you want retirement income. It guarantees you income for the rest of your life. Did you know that you can create your own private pension to have unlimited income for the rest of your life?
This is my number 1 tip to save money. Number 1 tip. If you get this locked in, I swear to you, you will hit your goal. You need to decide what you're saving for, decide how much, and decide when you need the money saved. What, how much, like a dollar amount, and then give yourself a timeline, like circle a day on the calendar. Now, this is my number 1 money tip. These decisions, making these decisions is my number 1 tip because it freaking works. A lot of y'all have convinced yourselves that you can't save money because you don't have any money to save, because you don't make it, all these other fucking excuses. Decide those 3 things. Reverse engineer a dollar amount for every single week. So if you're saving $1,000 for a new phone by your birthday on March 25th, I need you to count how many weeks from March 25th to today. And then I need you to set up an automatic transfer from your account to your high yield savings account, which is where your savings will live. That is it. I don't need you to do nothing else. I don't need you to think about making more money. I don't need you to think about how it's going to affect your bills. I don't need you to think about cutting down your grocery budget or shopping less at Zara. I don't need you to do anything. I don't need you to do none of that. I need you to make those 3 decisions. What, when, how much. Set up the auto transfer. That is it.
Advice of that video right there that old girl was giving, man, that was really helpful stuff, man. I mean, there's some people got some stuff together, man. Listen, I hope you got something that inspired you, man, that possibly lit a fire up under you, because my theme for 2026 is keep more money. Keep more money. Now, what does that mean? Keep more money, stems from the perspective that if there are conspiracies out there that try to get us to own nothing and be happy, to be renters, to be slaves to the military industrial complex kind of thing, you want to try to keep more things. You want to try to be more in a ownership position. You want to have great savings account. You want to have things put away and such stuff like that. So that's the feeling that I'm trying to get you in, because in 2026, man, if you're not serious, you need to get serious, man. So I hope you heard something in here that inspired you. Hey, my name is Starsky Inspires. This is Working Class Rich. Hey, join me again for the next one, man. If you like what you see here, subscribe. Catch you next time.